Just to let you know, part of the reason why we can't show you all of this incredible process is in the first 2 hours alone, there are 600 special effects shots, which 4 different teams are working on throughout the world, and not the least of which is a 2,000-pound bulldog named Lockjaw, who will teleport in and teleport out of your life and make you feel incredibly grand. Ewan, we talked about it a little bit before about how we don't really see Maximus as the villain, but I mean, I think a lot of people know you from that other television show. People out here. You had a lot of concerns, you bastard. So how did you come to terms with that? And when you came on board, you know, tell us about Maximus.
Yeah, well, yeah, again, it was, my fear was that because of I looked into who this Maximus guy was, and it was like, oh, it looks like I'm doing the same thing again. I don't really, you know, it's that fear of being typecast, and that you just end up doing, just repeating myself and playing. But then, as we discussed it more and more, I realised that wasn't at all what we were trying to create in this show, and your enthusiasm and vision really kind of inspired me actually to kind of think, well, I think we can make something really interesting from this character and tell this story from a different perspective of this young man who, he went through his pterogenesis and he became nothing. And in this society which is all about what power you have, to be where he is, he was the lowest of the low. And he's kind of out, and the only reason he's really not working down the mines is because he's the brother of the king. And even though he believes he would make a much better king because he can talk to the people, he's a man of the people. And he had, it's this, and you see there in that clip that there was some friendship in his past with Medusa, which he feels that he kind of lost, and he's become sort of ignored really by everyone. So that kind of motivates his kind of want to further himself as well as saving the people that he feels so sorry for. So yeah, in a way he is a revolutionary and a forward thinker, and he thinks that he can genuinely change the world for the better for all the people. Yeah, I think that's probably kind of where we find him in this series. But then, and he's ruthless. If he believes that in order to make this happen, these are the things that he has to do. And he doesn't like it, he loves his family. They're the only family he has, and it's a lonely world. But his sort of belief in what he's doing, and that he thinks it's right, and when you hear what he's saying, it is right, and he's just trying to stop suffering. So yeah, and then the cost of the decisions that he makes really starts to corrupt him. It's a very Shakespearean sort of story, like a sort of quite Macbeth type vibe. So that's why I really wanted to do it. Did that make any sense?
And Serena, you really get caught sort of in the middle of all this. I mean, you are literally the woman between the two brothers, not just sitting up here, but I think one of the things that we talked about from the very beginning is how important it is that Medusa isn't just an extension of Bolt, and how did you bring that to the character?
Well, one, it was already on the page. I think that's what Marvel does so well, is that there's such strong female characters, and so as soon as you're going to be a part of Marvel, you're taken care of. So that was incredible right off the bat. And there was just an insistence as we were going through it, was even in the dialogue, but also in the whole plot points, was that she wasn't just going to be this interpreter. And as I said before, you see those moments where she challenges him, where she changes his words a little, where she's not willing to just stand behind him. And so that was from the beginning. I mean, even from the audition, it was very apparent. We have no idea what we're auditioning for at all in any capacity. With imaginary signs that disappear in 24 hours. It's very ominous and very scary when you're walking in. And And so we were in the audition process, and at the end, you know, I was going in for, I think it was Margie. And couldn't be farther from who she is. And I'm going in for Margie, and at the end, Jeff is in the room, and he goes, I want you to just finish it by saying, but remember, I am your queen. And I got all these goosebumps, and I was like, I don't know who she is, but I love Margie. She's amazing. Where does she come from? And that was sort of the insistence from day one, from being in the room. It was just this presence that she had to have. And that started from the audition, and then it just continued with every script that I saw. So that was amazing to come into.
So we're getting down to the final few minutes as these things tend to go. We have one more surprise for you. Before we do that, I wanted, Tim, if you can put up the information for folks. If there's stuff here that you do want to see in IMAX, if you can afterwards, if you want to mosey on over to Horton Plaza Park, there's going to be, and this is the reason to go, guys. I mean, seriously, there's going to be free food. And I know about half of you are going, free food, I'm there. I just saw it, I'll watch it again in IMAX. And there'll be some giveaways, and there'll be, it'll be an amazing experience. It's only tonight. These guys will be coming by, and we do heartily recommend that you stop by there and see the IMAX experience for the first time, and then tell folks about how amazing it is. Just because I'm not sure you remember, when is it open in IMAX?
IMAX!
Let's try it again. IMAX.
Awesome.
Fantastic. And then on ABC?
IMAX!
That's amazing. You're just terrible. We wanted to, in addition to showing you stuff that you've never seen before, and I really hope that none of it turns up online, because we'll know who you are. Because there's guys that are watching you, I'm just telling you, that's what's happening. There is a extended trailer that's going to be on the front of Dunkirk in the IMAX theaters all around the world. How many of you are going to go see Dunkirk? Because Chris awesome. And when you go, this is what you're going to get to see in IMAX.